It took an entire year to make this video. That's not an exaggeration. So many things in Hypixel Skyblock require money, coins, and unfortunately on the Iron Man game mode, getting coins is not as simple as just sell your excess items. Go on the auction house, play some Kudra and sell all your spare stuff. Or if you're a bit more reckless and don't care about Skyblock XP, selling your previous grind stuff to afford the next grind stuff. You should keep all of it because museum. I mean, there's the 1 billion coins for Golden Dragon I need to always have. There's Kudra keys. There's dungeon drops. Freaking Jacobus. The Dark Auction. Shen's Auction. I need so many coins. And unfortunately, my favorite money-making method up until about a year ago, mining, was nerfed heavily in terms of gemstones. Pristine and gemstone fortune just isn't what it used to be. Now ruby mining maxes out at about 25 mil an hour. And back in ye olden times, there was armadillo mining, which yielded 100 million coins an hour. Nothing comes even close to that to this day. One could say Skyblock's been going through a deflation in some ways, but anyway. In comes a very strange money-making method from a section of the game that twice now I thought I was done with, and that's farming. Specifically pest farming. As it turns out, going specifically for spawning pests can generate a lot of money. So in today's video, I max out one of the weirdest money-making methods in the game, as well as finishing off the finishing is a key term because it's the garden, you're never finished. Bringing the grand total of hours spent on that island to 1,500. In the last video, I said there was a ton of bloat. Bloat there is, and it doesn't stop. They keep adding it to the garden. They keep adding a bunch of band-aids on top of a gaping wound. That being people not wanting to play it. But here we are. I'm the guy that actually did it. And not just pest farming. They added a bunch of new visitors, Carolyn items, some random things I can upgrade using items from farming. It's all gonna get done today. So again, 500 hours went into making this video, so I'm losing my mind slowly. But in the meantime, before that happens, well, it's probably already happened, but regardless, if you're going to spend any money in the Hypixel store, you should use code ThirtyVirus for 5% off, and it gives me a little kickback, and lets me continue making stupid, ridiculous videos like this one. Enjoy. It has just come to my attention that there's a shop that is for Talbot, Finnegan's friend. Apparently, while Finnegan's in office, you get access to all the items here, and I don't really care about any of them except for this. This has a museum entry. Boom. 10 more Skyblock XP. Level 422. Let's go. And there you have it. All 3 of the new pest-related items purchased. Yo, let's go, burrowing spores. I started going for this again because I have this now. This is a maxed out pest vest, or at least it is mostly maxed out minus this. But technically I need a second one because of Zoro's cape, but we'll deal with that later, I guess. Look at that. Whew. Okay, so it's only a difference of 2 farming fortune, but it comes with 20% reduction in pest cooldown, which will be useful later, and I'll explain why when that happens. But anyways, yeah, I also have another Green Thumb 5 book at the ready for Zoro's cape whenever the game decides it's time to give it to me. Ah, there it is. Burrowing spores number 2. Well, technically number 6, but we don't talk about that. Ready for that Zoro cape drop, and now I don't have to farm mushrooms anymore. Good. Pest Terminator 5 on the mushroom chestplate, as well as the helmet. Aha! I somehow knew that would be the last one. Anyways, that is 16 Pest Terminator books. And there you have it. Full recommed Pesterminator 5 Mossy Mushroom Armor. I even put Rejuvenate 5 on there for good measure. Plus 120 bonus pest chance. Plus the 84% bonus pest chance on the Daedalus Axe. Because I have the brown bandana on a T-Rex pet. This game has the weirdest meta in the world, I swear. A grand total of like 344 bonus pest chance. Although there is also the potion and a few other things, like I could get a higher level chimera. Not bad. Okay, well, this is interesting. There was an update that dropped recently that changed the way pests work. And I have my ridiculous hypermaxed mushroom armor here with Pesterminator 5. I even put Rejuvenate on there. I got Fumings on there. I kind of just went wild with making this for some reason. There's stuff now. There's a shop where you can buy things with pests, which is kind of cool, actually. So 1,000% we're upgrading to biohazard armor. Oh, and it comes with all the upgrades of the mushroom. Very good. Ooh, that is nice. It triples during the night, just like mushroom armor does, but they changed it, so it's only on the garden. So rip mushroom armor for fire trial, I guess. That's kind of lame, not gonna lie. I feel like they should have just kept the 3x everywhere, in my opinion. Screw it. Let people have weird metas, Hypixel. Why you gotta be the fun police? I still have a ton of pests. I have like 2,500 of them. Ooh, we're definitely buying a hedgehog pet. Boom. Plus 15 skyblock XP. Oh, I see. There's actually... Oh, there's an equipment piece now. Pest Hunter gloves. I guess we can pair that with our pest vest. I'm gonna have to get green thumb on that. Rip even more copper. Pest trap. Interesting. Oh, and they have mouse traps. As well as a beginner's guide to pest hunting, which increases Pesterminator to 6. So we definitely need to get this on our armor. Bruh, no. Rip. Gotta get like 60 more pests to max that out. Well, I guess in the meantime, we might as well put on the 3 pieces we do have. Or put it on the 3 pieces we can. That's what I meant to say. Pesterminator 6. Nice. Oh my god, this is beautiful. My net worth value for each piece is like 60 mil. Oh my god. I guess it's a good thing I went freaking crazy with my pest farming setup pre-update. I genuinely had no idea this was gonna drop, okay? No conspiracy theories in the chat or whatever. This is just what people were doing pre-update. I'm pretty sure Mossy's not even the best anymore, so I have to void that, which sucks. Oh, by the way, I believe these items have museum entries. Oh my god, delicious skyblock XP. I need it so bad. There we go. Oh, I just got the golden collecting top hat emblem. Nah. I have been collecting pests to get the count back up to 500, and there it is. So let's go get that last... I don't even know what the hell it's called. What was it? Pest farming for dummies or something? A beginner's guide to pest hunting. Yeah, that... Sure. Beginner's guide, absolutely. Totally a beginner, 1,000 hours in the garden. Pesterminator 6. And I actually set up some pet rules. So what I've been doing actually is if I go to the garden, for right now, this is kind of a hybrid strat. So a lot of people have one plot farm so they could use a sprayinator, but for right now, I'm trying to get money with melon dicer. I have my hedgehog pet equipped with fermento. This is my setup for actually collecting the pests because I have a good combination of farming fortune and the perks from the hedgehog pet, which are pretty much exclusively tailored towards killing pests. You do more damage to them, you get more farming fortune on them, you get farming fortune which is tripled at night, and since there's a night saver on my garden, it's always night. I mean, it's slightly better farming fortune with fermento versus biohazard. It's like 25 per piece, so as you can see here, right? Dead. And then what I do is I switch to biohazard, and I have an auto pet rule that brings out the slug pet. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to swap out the pet item. It's got a green bandana. Since I'm using this to spawn pets, I need to get what my T-Rex used to have, the brown bandana, which gives bonus pest chance. So yeah, unfortunate. We have to wait until Finnegan, which luckily is only 3 days from now. But yeah, that's the plan, is once I get the correct pet item on the slug, Then what I could do is set up a 1-plot farm, use a sprayinator for another 40 bonus pest chance, and then use my Daedalus axe to double the bonus pest chance from the item on the slug. Unfortunately, it will not double the 40 bonus pest chance from pest friends because it's a perk and not base stats, which I think is kind of lame, but whatever. Also, Diana's gonna be number 2, which means we get mythological, which means if I drop like 2 more Chimera books, it might even be 1 more Chimera book, then I can upgrade to Chimera 4. So yeah, we are moving along here. I still don't know the rates for pest farming. It might be bad, but it seems to me like it's a lot better for most crops, but significantly worse for wheat. So we'll have to wait and see what exactly that evens out to, because you do get a good number of drops, like nearly 2 stacks of some of these things from 1 pest kill. Like, it's not bad. This might be stupid. Alongside this update, with all this farming stuff, they made the rabid hitman, which basically collects eggs you miss, and I miss a lot of eggs because I have a life. No, that's a lie, but I do miss a lot of eggs. So you know what, we're actually gonna just max this out, which I think costs like 130 mil total. I'm not sure. Oh, much more than that. Oh great, I just can't have money anymore. Apparently there's too many money sinks, too many coin sinks, but there you go. Maxed out. Woo. I had 350 mil before that, and I made a bunch of coin as well, so that actually probably cost like 250 million coins right there. That's disgusting. Why? It's so annoying. Yo, I wonder if you redeem all of these on a specific island, if it counts all 28 slots as eggs from that island, because some of the new rabbits actually are quote residents, which means you can only really find them on that island specifically. So if that's the case, you know what, worth it. Even though I don't even know if it gives me skyblock XP. I don't think it does. I think it's still just divines. There were a lot of buffs across the board that should make it easier anyways. So I have just hit 150 pests. It's the next day. I figured I might as well get 3 of these. These are pest traps. I'm hoping I could just put them directly in front of everything for simplicity. Okay, I guess I'll put them at 1, 2, 3. When a curious pest wanders into this trap, they'll appear. Okay. So you can put bait in these. I'm not going to bother with that because I'm an Iron Man. I'm not quite 100% sure how these work. Do they work without bait? I guess we'll find out. I'm going to leave them here while I get all of the pests required to upgrade them all to mouse traps, because there is a new pest called the field mouse, and apparently this is one of the easiest ways to get them because it's 3 times as likely to catch one if it's the mouse trap. So back to farming, I guess. Ooh, that's my first field mouse from the update. It's a new pest. Ooh. Oh, and it only gave me bait. Well, that's disappointing. Ooh. And it happened again. I've been farming pests for a while, so I have some exciting stuff here. Let's take the cheese out of these traps. Don't work without bait. Good to know. The time has arrived for me to go to Philip over here and purchase 3 mouse traps. And now they are 3 times as likely to catch a field mouse, and they have an extra slot. Now we can put the cheese back, and in theory, we should get a lot of field mice now. And I think I just maxed out his shop, other than the barn skin, which who cares? Everything else, yeah, that's it. We maxed out the shop. Nice. Now I just need the Chimera books and the RNG drops from the mice. Nice. I believe that's 200, which means I can buy this and then go to my slug pet. Shift left click. Toggle is a favorite because it seems like I'm gonna start using it. Shift left click to untoggle. The T-Rex is a favorite. Equip the slug. And unfortunately, I have to void a green bandana, which is giving me 60 farming fortune. And in exchange, I will get 30.6% bonus pest chance. Not bad. Honestly, that's a good trade-off. I will take it. Oh, hey. I just jump scared my freaking cat. Anyways, that's a squeaky toy. Look at that. It increases the spawn cooldown of pests by 1% and it gives 2% bonus pest chance and 10 farming fortune. I am immediately putting that on the Pest Hunter gloves. That is an excellent addition to my arsenal. Apparently, the decrease in the spawn cooldown, like that's a hidden stat. Like it's not shown anywhere, but apparently that's the most important stat in all of pest farming. So there we go, squeaky Pest Hunter gloves. And I guess next would be the Pest vest. I'll put squeaky on. I really don't want to avoid the rooted on the Lotus pieces, but I have a feeling that might be necessary. I'm not sure. I mean, they keep updating pests, so they might just make more armor pieces for pest hunting, probably. But anyways, I have this farm design here. If I were to, for example, warp garden, you could see I'm actually on the bottom level here. I press and hold the forward button at this very specific angle and speed while holding a Daedalus axe because it's got Chimera 4 on it as well. This will copy the stats from my slug pet. So as you can see, it's granting me 56% bonus pest chance just on the Daedalus axe. We have maxed out biohazard armor with Pest Terminator 6 on every piece, also providing some bonus pest chance. Honestly, it seems kind of low to me, but whatever. Like in terms of balancing, this is maxed though. And then equipment wise, I just got that squeaky Pest Hunter glove from the last clip, and we also have a Pest vest. This is probably the most important armor piece in all of pest farming because of that 20% spawn cooldown reduction. And obviously we're just sitting on a couple pieces of Lotus, Green Thumb 5 on everything obviously. But yeah, the idea is that once I get to the end of a row, I go back and then there you go. It's very similar to cane farming where it's that zigzag thing going on. Now what I would then do is wait until a pest spawns. Now obviously I screwed up my angle, so I have to do this again. But let's say a pest were to spawn. Let's go the wrong way just to break some sherms here. There you go. What I would normally do is, since I don't have any sprays active, I would actually let the pest spawn twice, so I get 8. But for example purposes, we can slash TP2 plot 9, jump up, and here we are. Swap to my Fermento set with Rancher Boots, and then I have an auto pet rule that equips my Hedgehog, and then I kill the pests and hope for slug pets, because if you get an epic, it's 500k. If you get a legendary, it's 5 mil. Also, these vinyls are worth at least something now. And then every so often I teleport over here. I should probably move the mousetraps, honestly, but I have mousetraps going right now as well. But once I've killed all the pests, what I then do is switch back to my biohazard, which again, pet rule to slug pet, bring out the Daedalus axe, warp garden, and there you go. Now, normally I would set spawn at the place where I was when I spawned the pests, but I kind of did it wrong because I'm stupid and demonstrating this weirdly. But I would have set spawn, went up there, changed my armor, killed the pest, changed my armor back, slash warp garden, and then continue where I left off. And once I make it to the end, then all I do is backwards, backwards, backwards. I hit the end, jump up without changing my angle, obviously, and then I just go forward again. There are 3 layers to this farm, but I actually blocked off the bottom layer because the ending of the farm is way over here, and I would have to like slowly fly to the beginning. But as it turns out, 2 layers of shroom is more than infinite. So yeah, it would literally just be zigzag this way, drop down, zigzag back, jump up again, and then anytime I hit 8 pests, I slash set spawn, change my armor, TP to plot 9, kill all the pests, change my armor back, slash warp garden, and then continue. It's really meticulous and kind of annoying, to be honest. Now, if I was even more of a sweat, then I would swap out these 2 pieces for the other 2 pieces of Lotus, but I really can't be bothered. But yeah, that's pest farming. And apparently, with the current meta, with my setup with Chimera 4 on the Daedalus axe, everything, apparently it's like roughly 30 mil an hour during Finnegan, which, did I mention this is during Finnegan? Pests are 4 times more likely to spawn. That's actually, yeah. Okay, so if I were to spray plots as well, I think it not only increases bonus pest chance, but it also decreases that cooldown. So even, I was about to say the sprays aren't necessary, but they absolutely are. So one suggestion to the admins, I do think they need to increase the limit for pests from 8 to like 10 to 12, because there's like very little reason to use sprays other than the decrease in spawn cooldown, in my opinion. That was so much yapping. All right, I think it's time to attempt a test of how much money I can make with this setup. So what I'm gonna do is dedicate, I'd say, a half an hour to farming this way. I'm gonna spray the plot and then immediately just go ham with pest farming until the spray wears off. I'm also gonna set a timer because I might fish brain it and just not see it. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna do a 30-minute money making test. I've completely emptied the enchanted agronomy sack, so this should be a good test of how much money this makes. So we're gonna go with the biohazard with the slug, and then the fermento with the hedgehog, and we're gonna see what happens. Oh, come on, spawn the last few pests, only a few seconds away. Come on. The plant matter has run out. The spray is done. I did not get to spawn the full 8 this time around, pest-wise, but that's fine. Let's get the last of them here. There's 5 of them. Mostly slugs, because that's what I have the stereo harmony set to. Again, because slug pets. I did actually drop an epic pet, which is kind of cool, I guess. We have these to redeem. Now, I think it's like roughly every half an hour, so I'd count this as part of rates. 3 mousetraps. We want to give the best possible chance to this money-making method. There you go. So let's get a final count of how much we made here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 discs. That's 300k. We have a slug. Oh, and also we had the purse money there. We're gonna have to go back in the clip there to see what it was when I started a half an hour ago. On top of that, we have the slug pet. So let's sell that to George. 500k right there. So that's 800,000 coins just from those 2 things without even getting into the crops. Recipe mushroom, because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of these, so we'll combine all of those, and now we take everything out of here because again it was empty at the start of the test, so all of this is new. It's going to be a little annoying to sell everything, but I guess if you're doing it like all day, then it's not that big a deal to have to combine all the drops like that. And there you go. 15 million coins, almost exactly. Now, again, we did start with some money in the purse. I wasn't paying attention. Damn, dude. So let's assume it was like 400k. So yeah, that's about perfectly what I said. 15 mil every 30 minutes. So yeah, 30 mil an hour. That is not bad. That's actually better than ruby mining, which is freaking stupid. By the way, again, Hypixel, like when I have the pest farming set up, I have a 50% chance to spawn another pest, and it's like 5 out of 8. Like, bro, increase the limit to 10. Like, seriously. Because I don't think anyone's gonna get, like, over 400 bonus pest chance, even if I were to upgrade to Chimera 5, even if I was to get Squeaky on the rest of my equipment. Like, and drink the potion. It'll just barely maybe get to 400. So, like, just set the max pests to 10. Then we're chilling. But anyways, yeah, there you go. That's our rates. Okay, I looked back in the footage and I had like 1.75 million. 13.7 million in 30 minutes multiplied by 2. So it's like 27 million coins an hour. Now, keep in mind, that was with only 1 pet drop, which I think is kind of unlucky, to be honest. I've had times where I dropped like 5 pets. So that was like minimal RNG drops. Like, that's pretty close to just like base rate. 27 mil an hour. Again, still better than ruby mining with a like 2 billion coin setup, which I think is absolutely hilarious. Okay, I just want to... Oh, sneaky. No, Skyblock, you don't get away with this, okay? I have shadow play, all right? Yeah, there it goes. Oh my god, this is so freaking annoying. Dude, like, my speed keeps going from 214 to 266, and my bonus pest chance keeps going from 295 to 354, and I cannot stop it. I don't know what it's doing, but Hypixel, please. It is driving me insane. Is it going to stay at 266 or is it going to randomly go back to 214? I don't know. The speed is especially annoying because like you have to maintain a specific speed to farm properly, but like the pest chance really sucks too. I don't know what's going on, but you saw it. I think it has something to do with the biohazard full bonus set. That's not the right word. Oh, it's per piece. It's not even a full set bonus. Interesting. Anyways, the 3x multiplier at night is clearly not working properly. There it goes again. Now it's not working properly. As you can see, it is technically nighttime on my garden right now because you can set it to be, if you go and /desk, see, night. And then it immediately goes back. So I don't know what's happening. Ah! Oh, hey, that's a hedgehog level 100. Would you look at that? So what are the perks like now? Oh, right. Now that it's leveled up, it moved. Let's see. 100% more damage to pests. That's nice. Honestly, I think the vacuum reforges need a rework because now there's literally no reason to have buzzing. But anyway, 100 farming fortune on pests and 45 farming fortune tripled at night. I tend not to see that. Maybe it only applies on kill. Like, it doesn't show in the stats menu for me, which is kind of weird. 235 farming fortune plus the green bandana, actually. So that's like 305 farming fortune on pests. That is not bad at all. Big fan of that. Also, this has been going great, by the way, this process. Like, we're finally making freaking money. Like, it's actually happening. I haven't made good money in any method in years. Okay. Oof. Every single one of those was a duplicate. Sad. Yeah. Squeaky toy number 2. Let's freaking go. Out of context, that sounds so lame. Also, because now my primary farming method, since it's mushrooms, I'm starting to just drop burrowing spores like crazy. I have 3 overflow right now, so I have no problem voiding it on the pest vest. I could care less. Actually, I couldn't care less. I believe that's how the saying's supposed to go, but everyone says it wrong, me included. And boom. So I think because I have so many overflow burrowing spores, even though technically I don't want to ruin my max farming fortune with Lotus, I could just get that back. So I think I'm gonna continue putting Squeaky Reforge on everything. And obviously the hope is that there's pest farming pieces for these 2 slots in the future, and then I could just set this back to Rooted and then have my 2 separate sets. But for now, yeah. Okay, I've been discovering some things about this grind. As you can see, I have an auto text module set up for the Sprayinator, which is important, at least during Finnegan. I guess off Finnegan with the current meta doesn't matter. Already contacted the admins. They really need to increase the limit to 10 with pests. I have a system now where I just set spawn, TP to plot 9, regardless of the layer I'm on, because it's always 3 up arrows, so it's like super fast. I just go to the pests, immediately vacuum them up as fast as I can. I'm probably gonna make a new garden setup where the plot's in like a corner or something where it's easier. 1, 2, 3, boop, go back, and then I do this. And I determined it's faster if 5 spawn for me to just immediately kill them and not wait for a second round of pests. And that might even be true with 4, because I was thinking about it. And the time between pest spawns, you don't really make a lot of money, but in the process of going to vacuum them up, you are burning time. So in a way, if I go for the pests right away, I am burning that counter, right, for like the next pest respawn. By the time I get farming again, I'm already pretty much like close to the pest spawn again. In other words, if I wait for 2 cycles of pests and then vacuum all of them, there's probably some downtime that I'm wasting. Like the timer for when pests can spawn would probably be beyond ready, but I'm not farming because I'm out vacuuming pests. So it might literally make sense every single time they spawn to do this process, which is annoying. And like I literally just in explaining it did it twice, and you could see I have a pretty high bracket in the contest right now. Like, look at this. I'm in the top 0.5% with mushroom, 730,000. Now, there is a concept where you can get like apparently a maximum bonus from personal best, and I think it's 100 farming fortune. So granted, my last personal best was 500,000. This is like 750k almost if I manage to get one more round of pests. There you go, diamond bracket in the mushroom contest, and I got 750k pretty much almost exactly. Yeah, my previous was 600k, so now I have a 75 mushroom fortune personal best bonus. And I do believe, again, the max is 100. So if I somehow manage 1,000,000 mushroom during one contest, then yeah, that's just a permanent, I guess, another like 25 fortune. Like right there, I got 15 fortune. I also swapped out the gemstones, so now I have perfects in my vacuum instead of the melon dicer. But yeah, there's like little intricacies to the grind here. I don't dislike it. I kind of like pest farming. I have a lot to learn though. I'm still not max efficiency yet. Yes, that's squeaky toy number 3. Ooh, this is exciting. Now I get to overwrite an overgrown grass. Also, I'm gonna start saving slugs in the mouse traps, because that way way, when it comes time for another attempt at a personal best, that'll be helpful to have like 9 extra slugs. Squeaky Lotus Belt, 7 less fortune, but 1.5% more bonus pest chance, and the 1% decrease in spawn cooldown. So I'd say that's worth it. Nice. Just need one more now. This money making method is kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. You have to wait until the pests spawn, and then you /set spawn /TP to plot, and then whatever the plot your farm is in, and then you have to switch your armor, have an auto pet roll to switch the pet, and then you suck up all the pests into the vacuum, and then you change your armor back /warp garden, and then you continue on, all the while maintaining a spray on that plot. That's probably the most cohesive description of this money making method. I'm gonna clip that. Squeaky toy number 4, also Bestiary field mouse, which is like a slight amount of fortune, almost halfway to maxing it. By the way, we now have 4 slugs saved up in the traps. I am gonna try and have 9 saved up in the traps, so that we can redeem them all at once to start a mushroom contest at some point. I'm actually farming melons for now because Finnegan's not mayor anymore. And look at the money. We're slowly coming back to over 1 billion, which means I will no longer be stun locked from progressing in combat because of the golden dragon having maximum damage alongside near max magical power, alongside all of the Kudras I'm about to do, and get this armor leveled up to at least fiery with 10 stars. Ooh, it's gonna be great. So when they add inevitably when they add a 3rd piece of pest farming equipment, I can reforge that too. Okay, this is a milestone I've been waiting on for freaking ever. Hi, I have been farming for like 2 days, but I have something very nice to show off. And with that, we are back over 1 billion coins in the bank, which means that my golden dragon can do maximum damage, which means Blaze Slayer is available yet again. Although I need like 40 million coins for the amount of Kudra keys I'm about to buy, so I'm going to keep going. Squeaky toy number 6. These are actually a lot more common than I thought, or I'm just getting stupid lucky. Anyways, there you go. That's the max amount I'll probably ever need. Now I just got to get the mouse pad. I mean, I really don't need it, but it would be nice. Unless it's a museum. I'm not sure about that. So they added a bunch of new equipment in an update that I don't even know when it happened. Must have been when I was on break. Yeah, we got 3 really cheap items. Decreases the spawn cooldown of pests by 10%. Ooh, I don't know if I have enough copper to actually put green thumb on all of this. For now, we'll just put them in museum. We'll worry about that later. The strategy has shifted, so let me demonstrate now. You might notice I am holding a fungi cutter instead of a Daedalus axe. They made a change that I disagree with heavily, but they made it so that weapons, including Daedalus axe, no longer work on the garden, which means this plus 60 bonus pest chance is down the drain. It's gone. See ya. I have to use a fungi cutter now, so I pulled it out of storage and I put a recom on it. I put gemstones on it. I'm not happy about this at all, but it is what it is. Anyways, next up, we need to do the thing we were doing before. So up arrow /set spawn. I should technically do a /wardrobe. I click over to my fermento, auto equips the hedgehog pet, and then I use the Infinivacuum Hooverus. DLC has a feature now that highlights the plots where pests are, which is nice. So I can take care of all these guys pretty quickly. Boom. And then what I do is I wardrobe again, and then I switch back to biohazard /warp garden, and there you go. That's the pattern. And then it auto equips a slug pet alongside my biohazard. So now what I have is a bonus pest chance of 314, which means I spawn 4 at a time with a 14% chance for 5 at a time. And when using spray, which I am right now, that's where I'm at. If I wasn't using spray, I'd have -40, which would be like 270 something, which was unacceptable. We cannot be spawning 3 pests at a time. Absolutely not. Finnegan is not mayor, which means that bonus pest, or the pest cooldown, is awful. But speaking of that, I took some of the new equipment, right, and I upgraded it. So we now have a Squeaky Pest Hunter's necklace and belt. I think Pest Vest is still better than the new Pest Hunter's cloak. I mean, if you look at them side by side, I don't know. I mean, okay, let's say I had Green Thumb 5 on the Pest Hunter's cloak. So let's just look at the belt, right? It would have 27.75, which is only 2 less than a Pest Vest, but it has the tiered bonus, which would give it 25 more farming fortune when vacuuming up a pest. But I still think this is worse, despite the fact that if it did have Green Thumb 5, it would have like 23 more farming fortune, which by the way is not a lot. But I think what's much more important is that the Pest Vest has an increased 5% spawn cooldown as compared to the 10% with the cloak. So I think that 5% is worth far more than like 23 farming fortune. So we're going to probably just put this in storage for now, unless someone makes a point for it. But I have a feeling that this is kind of useless, so I kind of wasted a recom and a squeaky toy on it, but whatever. Also, I ran out of copper. I got Green Thumb 4 on the necklace, but now I need 2 more books. So actually not even that bad. We only need like 1,600 more copper. So I'm actually doing visitors again. I know, sacrilege after the space helmet and max farming video, but it has to be done so that we have a maxed out pest hunting setup. And I think, honestly, this might... Once I get Green Thumb 5 on that necklace, I think we're maxed, disappointingly, because Daedalus Axe is no longer required for the grind, so I don't even need Chimera 5 anymore. But I do want to see this money-making method at its maximum potential, which means Finnegan needs to be elected with the proper perks for me to really showcase what's happening here. Also, they added 2 new visitors? Or is it 3 that only show up during Finnegan? So you gotta love being a Hypixel YouTuber, Hypixel Skyblock YouTuber. I can't upload this video until Finnegan's elected with all perks, basically. So nice. Okay, one thing that's actually really interesting, if you look in the tab list here, that little pests module, I just saw, what was that, 2 minutes and 14 seconds is the cooldown for pests. It actually tells you, I know I probably said this like way earlier in the video, but for me that was like 6 to 8 months ago, like literally. So I don't remember what I said. 2 minutes 14 seconds cooldown. Is that the max? I have everything in the game that reduces your pest cooldown, to my knowledge. It makes you wonder, from what I recall, the last time I was doing this, when Daedalus Axe was still a thing, and it was Finnegan, weren't I spawning a round of pests every like 1 minute? So wasn't that cooldown like literally cut into like a fourth? Wouldn't that make sense? Because I'm pretty sure that is what Finnegan's perk is. I don't remember. The duration of farming fortune bonus is now 60 minutes. Pests are now 4 times more likely to spawn in sprayed plots. So the cooldown doesn't seem to go down, but the chance of spawning the pests after the cooldowns hit. I don't know if that's exactly how the perk works, because anecdotally that's not what it was doing. Okay, I've been browsing the wiki and the official one is outdated, so I went to the fandom one, and according to fandom, the minimum achievable cooldown is 1 minute and 15 seconds, but that is during Finnegan. And according to the fandom wiki, which is more updated than the official one, so I'm gonna trust it here, according to that, Finnegan's Pest Eradicator perk does indeed reduce the cooldown, not just increase the chance after the cooldown's been hit. As you can see right there, it just hit max pests. Also, it's 5 clicks now, so 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Then I do 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5, and I'm farming again. 2 minutes 15 seconds is what I observed without Finnegan, which means yes, I do have the maximum bonus reduction in the pest timer. I still can't freaking remember the spawn cooldown. I have the maximum spawn cooldown reduction. There you go. During Finnegan, it's going to be 1 minute and 15 seconds, which is actually not that much worse than pre-update. Because if I actually, this is perfect. If I go to the official wiki, then it can tell me there. The official wiki doesn't even give a minimum time, so I won't even know. Yeah, it looks like after adding the equipment and making the cooldown better, pest farming might not be that nerfed after the Daedalus Axe thing. So we're really gonna have to see during Finnegan how much we make an hour. That's really the most important stat. Or technically, if we want to remove RNG from it, we just calculate how many pests we're getting per hour and then take an average of how much a pest will give a person mathematically and then multiply it out to get the true rates of pest farming once you've maxed out. I am glad that I don't have to get more crap other than that green thumb book. Okay. Sure. Did I just dropped a squeaky mouse mat. I didn't even know that's what it looked like. Right click to set your yaw and pitch, and then snap. Look in the direction of your selected yaw and pitch while in the garden. So yaw is what's important. Pitch would be 0. So I right click. Set yaw above, pitch below. Okay. 63.43. And then if I left click. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Also, it's a museum entry. Ooh, I am very happy with that. Squeaky mouse mat. Nice. How much skyblock XP is that? 6 skyblock XP for that? Ooh, nice. I guess it's gonna take the spot of the second infinite vacuum because we don't need buzzing the reforge anymore. Now BD is the only one that makes sense. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. GG? Well, that's convenient. No, it's not. I did the math wrong. There we go. 1,500 copper. Go over here. Sky Mart. Farming Essentials. Green thumb. We go into the ender chest. / anvil. Take this. And boom. That is green thumb 5 on the maxed out pest farming equipment, which officially means in terms of pest farming and bonus pest chance, the cooldown, all that, we are now maxed, completely maxed. And even if I wasn't, we're so far above the bonus pest chance for 4 at a time that I can afford to not be maxed and still have the same efficiency. Nice. Oh my god, finally. And with that, that is the field mouse bestiary completely maxed out. 100 kills. I don't have to do this anymore, although I guess randomly picking up pests throughout the day has made me a decent amount of coins, but I'm still not going to do it anymore. Screw this grind. And I guess that now makes it so that if you go to my bestiary, look at this, bro. The first 4 islands are completely maxed. The 5th one, which is the spider's den, is only missing broodmother, which I think is stupid. It should max out at like 100, but whatever. And then the next one is the end, which I'm definitely getting this done because I need the dragon essence, and I'm definitely... Nah, this is another one that should be reduced to 100. Who's gonna kill 500 endstone protectors? Nobody. It's stupid. Crimson Isle. I'm missing Ashfang, which fair enough, although 500 might be a bit excessive in my opinion. Same with Magma Boss. Takes too freaking long. Should be like 250 for each of those. Or, you know what? I'll take 500 for some of these mobs if they actually add a decent loot pool. Because, like, who the hell cares about 500 endstone protectors? What am I gonna get? A tier upgrade core, which is useless. I'd put it probably on my second ender dragon, but like I'm never gonna use it. Same with like deep caverns is done, dwarven mines is done, except for ghosts, which by the way, people haven't grinded ghosts for money in like 4 years. Might be time to lower the bestiary there, bud. Crystal Hollows, let's see. Yeah, 250 for Bell isn't bad actually. I'll probably end up doing that. Spooky Festival. Again, Headless Horseman. Why is it 500? At least add some better items to the loot pool. I'm just roasting Hypixel right now. The park's done. Spooky. I just looked at Spooky. Catacombs. Yeah, this is rough. This is real rough. Same with fishing. Well, I mean, I was pretty good with fishing. Now I'm just yapping. Oh my god, finally. It is Finnegan right now, and he has the perk that makes it so that special visitors spawn. I've been farming for 5 hours, and finally, a new one has shown up, and it is the Pest Wrangler. Now, I'm just gonna get this last little thing done here. Okay, what could you possibly want? Pests everywhere. I can smell them in the walls. You want tasty cheese? You know what? Sure. Oh my god. Wait, unique visitors served went to 10. Oh, I got 3 skyblock XP for that. Okay, I should probably also point out, if I go to never completed an offer, there are 4 more. There's a legendary Pest Wrangler, apparently. The Ravenous Rhino, which gives dedication 4. So that one might be super freaking rare. The Vino Collector, which is probably the next easiest to get after the one I just got. And then, of course, the baker. Now, the thing that sucks about this is they added all of this after I completed the freaking garden. So now I have to get 3,000 fine flour. I don't even know if I'm gonna manage this, because like 5 hours, it's like 20 fine flour, 25 an hour, really. So like, that's bad. That's 120 hours of farming, bro. Are you kidding me? Okay, another clippable moment. Oh my god. Okay, it happened. We got the other pest wrangler. Very, very good. That was much sooner than I was expecting. Also, oh, I don't have a slip of paper, but sure. 55 fine flour in exchange for, wait, 32 cheese. Are you telling me I don't even have enough cheese? I have to kill rats. Oh, that's so lame. Ugh. It turned out not to be that bad. I forgot. You get like 5 cheese per rat kill, and there was like a dozen of them. Thank you, sir. The figure nods at you and shambles away. Now I just gotta get Vinyl Collector and Rhino. This is going much better than I expected. Farming. Why do I have to do this again? I thought I was done after 1,000 hours, but apparently not. Anyways, this dude showed up a second time, and he asked for 22 tasty cheese. I'll take the fine flour, sir. Thank you. Thank you. What the hell? I need 32 enchanted cake. That means I'm gonna need a bunch of buckets. That is the weirdest recipe ever. Okay, I'm going to assume that you don't get the buckets back. Oh, it does consume the buckets. Okay. They also don't stack. This is so stupid. 9, 18, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and I need one more. 32. Very good. I have to have the cakes in my freaking inventory. Are you kidding me? Boom. And that's a freaking dedication 4, dude. How much is that worth? Oh, it's only worth 30 mil. To put in perspective, my entire journey to max garden, that was 1,000 hours, only yielded 1 of these. And I think the decision's fairly obvious. I'm gonna put it on the sugar cane hoe, because that was my goated maxed out farming tool before melons. There it is. Okay, that was freaking crazy. I got a pest wrangler, I got Maeve, and then the freaking rhino shows up. I just got so much fine flour. We're almost 1/5 of the way there. Oh, now I gotta make the cakes again. Oh, don't tell me I need enchanted eggs, bro. No. Okay, Mr. Rhino, finally. Boom. Oh, he didn't want cakes this time. He wanted enchanted bread? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? That's stupid. And I don't have the wheat. Oh my god. Freaking rhino. But you know what? Whatever. He's giving dedication force. You know, I'll jump through some hoops for you, my friend. Thank you. Much appreciated. Already did it for the melon dicer. I don't use the pumpkin dicer nearly enough to warrant that. Maybe nether wart, because I need that for inferno minion stuff, even though I'm probably overstocked already. I wonder how many of these I'm gonna have by the time I get 3,000 fine flour. Pest wrangler here. He wants cheese. I'm not gonna complain though, because he's giving a lot of fine flour. I gotta recognize here that just because it's annoying doesn't mean it isn't helpful. I'm just sick of farming, bro. I should have stopped this 1,000 hours ago of in-game time. I mean, like, I've literally spent 1,400 hours on the garden. That's disgusting. You know, it does suck that these visitors are time locked behind Finnegan. Like, I probably would hate that a lot less had that been the case when I started my profile. So maybe it's fine, but it's still slightly annoying. Okay, let's try this again. Hello. Give me fine flour times 55. Very, very good. Yes. At these rates, I might actually be able to get 3k in 1 mare. Although I'm probably not going to anyways, because there's like 2 out of the 5 days I won't be around. Hey guys, guess what? He's here. The vinyl collector. The second to last unique visitor to Finnegan. And the reason that I anticipated that I would need 1 of each vinyl. I don't even know what he asks for. It's 1 vinyl. I kept all of those in my backpack for like 6 months for no reason. Hey man, I just need one more vinyl to complete the full Pest vinyl collection. Go for it, bro. Finally, thanks man. Now I have another complete set. Should I still keep those in case he comes back? That actually might not be the worst idea. You know what? I actually had the right idea. Yeah, let's just leave them in here just in case. And then once we get the baker and fine flour completed, then I can sell them all. The only one left is the baker. So my only goal now is to get 3,000 fine flour. It is day 2 of Finnegan. It is 6 p.m., which means 6 more hours of this today. And we're almost a third of the way, and all of tomorrow and Sunday I can't do it, so that sucks. We're gonna have like 2,000 if I'm lucky by the end of this mare, which means absolutely we'll need one more, which means this video is gonna take a year to release. Oh my god, I found out what happened. I just watched over the clip like 3 times. I just so happened to have that vinyl. I sold one to NPC. So when I redeemed all 5 of these and got them back, this one was also there. That was so confusing. I just got a music rune from Dusk again. How many of those do I have? Oh, hey guys, I've been farming and guess who showed up again? He wants the cakes. Good. I don't have to throw those out. I still have them from last time. Apparently, these are actually really rare. Like, someone in guild chat said they went an entire Finnegan without seeing a rhino show up, which is crazy because I'm pretty sure this is my 4th one. It's either 3rd or 4th. I don't really remember. Yeah, this is the 4th time. Another dedication 4 book. What am I putting this one on? You know what? For the spirit of this video being mostly pest farming, this is gonna look so cursed. Dedication 4 on a fungi cutter, the literal worst farming tool in the game. Ooh, that is so gross looking, especially with a 1.7 mil cultivating. Like, what am I doing? Honestly, probably wheat hoe would be the next one because it's actually getting close to 100 mil counter. But considering how close we are to done with Finnegan, I don't know if we'll ever hit that, and I'm okay with that.
How big of a rate reduction is it when the mayor's gone?
No, it's time locked. I can't do it if the
Oh,
mayor's
you
not
literally
active.
can't? That's just honestly disgusting.
I've been farming wheat for the past like 8 hours, I think. It is almost 3 in the morning, and Finnegan is only going to be in office for 1 day, 8 hours, and I have 2,200 fine flour almost. I'm calling it now. I'm probably not going to make it in time, but I'm going to attempt to get the 3K total for the baker. But most likely I'm going to have to wait one more Finnegan mare cycle. Also, I just hit 100 million counter on the wheat hoe. It just happened as I was explaining that. Oh my god. That is the last of all the farming tools for me to get 100 million counter. And as you can see here, they're all above the threshold, except for cactus knife and fungi cutter. Those don't have counters. But yeah, wheat's notoriously annoying to level up that way because, again, the drops are shared between seeds and actual wheat. It takes like 2 to 3 times the effort. So 100 million counter wheat hoe. That's kind of cool, right? Also, I guess I don't have to farm wheat anymore. The only reason I was doing that was to get the counter up. Maybe I'll go for pumpkin next so I can get cultivating to 10. I don't know. Oh yeah, my shadow play wasn't working and I'm freaking pissed. But I got another music rune from Dusk, successfully combined it to a music rune 2, tried again, and then it didn't work. So I lost 2 music runes. I'm actually pissed. Like, I'm just never gonna be able to have the music rune 3 Hyperion experience. It's just not gonna happen. Oh my god, look at this dude. He wants freaking cake again. Ugh. I was actually really hoping he'd show up at least one more time. The more I think about it, the more impressive a 100,000 counter wheat hoe is. So if I can get dedication 4 on that as well, and I think after that, I would probably put it on potato hoe for Technoblade. But I don't know if we're getting another one of these, to be honest. We'll see. They just run out of iron. Oh my y'all. There, that should more than cover it. That should be enough. I gotta look up the chances of these because I got freaking 4 of them in one Finnegan. That's freaking crazy. Plus the one that I got already. We only have 5 more to go, which again, I don't think is actually happening, but whatever. We tow. Now with dedication for YouTube 30virus, 113,000 guild experience. Apparently #1 ranked. I don't even know how to test that or check that. I'm assuming that's really good based on what Looter's telling me. Bro, I've been sleeping like 6 hours a night, farming into the wee hours of the morning. It's 8 p.m. and I've been farming since like 8 a.m. Last night I was up until like 4 in the morning. 416 more fine flour, and then we can get the baker, and then I just have to hope. I don't know, man. We have 15 hours, 30 minutes of the mare left, and I need to get 400. I think that might be possible. There's 200 fine flour left, and it just hit midnight. I really hope I don't have to stay up until like 4 in the morning to do this. And what sucks even more is even once I get the fine flour, I still have to get the baker to show up, and I don't even know if that's possible in this time frame. Well, it is. Like, I got 11 hours, but I don't want to be that much of a degen. And tomorrow's Mother's Day too. I can't just be sleep deprived and go see my mom. I only have 140 more fine flour until I can export it to what's his face, Carolyn. I think, and then I have to spawn 1 baker and then it's over. I really hope one of the legendary pest hunter people shows up because he gives 55, which is like a third of what I have left. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it, bro, because even though I can technically get the 3,000 fine flour like tonight / this morning, it's 3 a.m. I would still have to get the RNG chance for Baker to show up, which means this video is getting delayed. It was a valiant effort, but there's no freaking way. It might literally be like 3 months until Finnegan's married with this perk again. So it is the next morning. I have to leave in like an hour. I went through all the sacks here and I have just enough materials to get the rest of the visitors next time Finnegan's mayor, by the way. Who is it now? Aatrox. That is so tragic, by the way. I have only 80 or what is that, 91 more fine flour to go. That's like an hour of work, but like it was almost 4 in the morning, and then there was no guarantee the baker was gonna show up after the fact. I have a bunch of extra stuff to sell here. 150 mil, bro. I don't know where we started this process at, but honestly, I think this journey with pest farming and doing the normal farming while Finnegan was mayor because the pest cooldown perk wasn't active, but I was getting the new ones, like all of that might have profited me like 500 million just incidentally while getting gear and like going for other things that are not money. That's crazy. Honestly, next time I think Diaz is mayor, I'm gonna spend the 200 mil to upgrade my Midas sword. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I have some good news. Look who's back. It's Jerry. Which means that finally, after what I'm assuming is probably like 6 months minimum, maybe even a year of this video being a work in progress, we are going to have the opportunity finally during Jerry for him to replicate Finnegan's perks, all of Finnegan's perks, which means A, I can get the fine flour to 3,000, B, I could spawn the baker, and C, once I have all visitors, therefore all the farming fortune, I could then test out what pest farming rates are as a money-making method. And that's everything. I could finally upload this stupid video that I've been trying to make for freaking ever. Oh my God. I know this has nothing to do with the video at hand, but bro, my hatred of NVIDIA just keeps growing. I've been having a problem lately. By the way, I'm not even getting sound. I've been wrestling with NVIDIA Shadowplay for the past half an hour. Found the stupidest freaking solution to the... Okay. TLDR, there was this problem I was having where my Shadowplay just straight up wouldn't work, and I figured, you know what, let me update my graphics drivers. And a problem I've already been having where my application just unfocuses and refocuses, causing my entire system to hitch for like a second and a half to 2 seconds. I can't do crap. My mouse won't move. The screen goes black. And it just hitches while it refocuses. Usually only happened when I opened an application or when I just turned my PC on. But after this update, it just started happening constantly. I couldn't even click around windows, bro. It was bad. I restarted, didn't fix it. Turned off the overlay, didn't fix it. Force closed it in the task manager. Finally fixed it. And then I started looking it up because I thought it was just the software itself being heavy. But it turns out it's the stupidest little bug. It's the audio drivers, man. I went into Device Manager and manually disabled NVIDIA's high definition audio, and all of my problems got fixed. I can open Badline Client and it won't even hitch once. I can turn on Shadowplay and turn it off again in a second. No hitching. And I thought it was a problem with Windows Nightlight, which I always use because it would flash between Nightlight being on and off. But at least now I have a completely flawless experience, I guess. I'm sad, bro. Hi, it's during Derpy right now. He's emulating the perks I need, but it ends in a literal minute. I slept through half the mare because my sleep schedule's garbage, and I woke up at like 10 p.m. So now I have 20 fine flour left. Missed the first round of Jerry emulating Finnegan. The second one, again, I only got like 2.5 hours max out of it. This grind is so stupid. The next one is tomorrow, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. But there's gonna be a party at my house. So do I just be that guy during the party that just goes upstairs? I don't know. And then 2 days after that, there's another one from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. So I think I'm just gonna have to set an alarm because that's gonna be my last chance before who knows how long until Finnegan's elected again. Man. Oh, I can't stand getting up this early, bro. This is the last Finnegan of Jerry. I need 4 more. Are you freaking kidding me? I feel like I'm getting old, chat. Me complaining about having to get up at like a relatively normal 5:15 a.m. You have got to be kidding me. I need 1 more. Very good. Hopefully our business has been very profitable for the both of us. Plus 12 wheat fortune. Now this was probably like I would say a 200-hour grind minimum just for the fine flour. Here's the deal now. We're not done. Because there is 1 more visitor that has yet to visit the baker. As if some kind of cruel joke, he asks for fine flour. So I actually am not done at 3,000. I need another 50. But once I've gotten 50, then I can deny every visitor except for him, which is going to be quite nice because I'm so sick and tired of visitors, bro. Look at this. I could have stopped at 10,000. I've done over 1,000 visitors just for fine flour. I essentially have 6 hours to hope that the baker shows up. Otherwise, this video's not coming out on time. Dedication 4. What do I put this on? I think the potato hoe deserves it. I think next after that would be carrot. But I am hesitant to say that because these are supposed to be stupid rare, but I just keep getting them. I'm very lucky that way. Yes, dedication 4 on the potato hoe. Let's go. And that is another dedication 4 book. By the way, I just checked. I only got 3 hours of sleep because I had to be up at 5 for this Finnegan. And the past few weeks, I've been going to bed around 2 a.m. I only need, what, 3 more dedication books, and then I have no tools left to use it on? It's kind of hype. I'm actually so disappointed, bro. I participated in this Jerry rotation of Finnegan for all 6 hours at a max like 3 minutes of downtime the entire mare, and the baker has still not showed up. I got 2 rhinos though, so I guess this video is gonna have to wait a couple more months to come out unless Finnegan gets voted in. I'm so sick of this, bro. I'm so sick of farming. Honestly, I've been considering a rant for a while now. It just turned 11:15. The mayor perks are about to shift any second now. If they haven't already. They probably already did. Yep, it's Marina now. I've been thinking about a rant about Skyblock and validating previous updates and power creep and all sorts of garbage. At least now I don't have to accept visitors anymore because I have the fine flour, but still. To make myself feel better, let's sell all my excess crops because I won't be needing them anymore. I will have to keep some of the mushroom though because there's some recipes I think Habanero Tactics needs. I actually might need to farm mushrooms specifically, which is really annoying because my farm here is all red. It never ends. There's no escape. You can't beat Skyblock. Skyblock beats you until you give up. I don't even have to keep the nether wart anymore because I have all the amalgamated crimsonite I'll ever need. I'm about to make so much money. I also sold about 50 mil worth of pumpkins. So we have 1.5 mil right now. 77 million. Wow, almost 1.6 bill in total. Not bad, not bad. Hey guys, look, I just got my mosquito to level 100. I don't even know where it is in the menu anymore. There it is. That's what maxed out mosquito pet perks looks like. Turns out there is no mythic. I'm freaking stupid. It was the hermit crab. Anyways, 50% bonus pest chance. I'm gonna be honest, that's not great. Slug gives 40 on top of the 33. Oh wait, that's from brown bandana. I mean, even then though, 100 farming fortune when a plot sprayed versus sugarcane fortune and more effective vinyls. It might be slightly better if I put a bandana on it for pest farming. It'd be 10% better. Well, what does pest vinyl being more effective even mean? Correct me if I'm wrong, but they don't have like actual stats, do they? Doesn't it just make it more heavily weighted to one pest without giving you more chance? I don't know. The whole pest farming's freaking confusing, man. Okay, I was not aware of this. Hello, Mayor Finnegan, who's freaking elected with the blooming business perk. I was not expecting this to happen. Oh my god. I think it might finally be freaking time to meet the baker. That changes a lot of my plans. I have to do this, bro. I am so sick and tired of just waiting to finish this stupid video. It is August 2nd of 2025. When did I even start making this video? It must have been, it might literally almost be a year. I'm not even kidding at this point. There is no freaking way. Oh my god, it's him, bro. I have farmed 9 hours today, 4 hours yesterday, 13 freaking hours on top of the 5 I did at the end of the last mare. Oh my god, it's been almost 20 hours of farming for this idiot to show up. What do you want? What could you possibly want? Oh, it's fine flour. 50? I thought you asked for 100. Wait a minute. I have been lied to. He gives me fine flour in exchange for fine flour. This is the stupidest thing. Oh my god. I was told it costs 100. The wiki says 100. Here it says 50. He's the last visitor that I need. Hello, pest wrangler. Sure, I'll take a bunch of freaking fine flour, I guess. If we go to the visitor's logbook here, if I were to sort by never visited, no one there. If I were to sort by has never completed an offer, the literal only one in the entire game, the last visitor, including Spaceman, by the way, I have Spaceman. The only one left is you. My Lotus set gives 15 farming fortune per piece, and because of Green Thumb, I should get 0.025 farming fortune per unique served times 4 means I should get 1 more farming fortune. Oh my god, it's freaking over. That's the last visitor. And if I were to change lobbies, it's not even showing the difference. It won't even show. Did he even do anything? No. I don't think it even did anything. Maybe it did. I was looking at the peace bonus, not the farming fortune in the top. I'm gonna have to look in the clip and see if it actually made a difference. I don't know. Maybe it did. Doesn't matter. Oh my god, it's freaking over. Okay, I swear, last thing. This video took so freaking long to come out. I looked at my folder of clips that were related to pest farming in the garden and all the updates to the garden. My first clip was a year ago. It was on the 17th of August last year. It is the 3rd of August, so it's just under a freaking year. And now, because the foraging update's a thing, now there's even more things they added to farming. The most annoying of which is freaking warty bug. And of course, there's other ones too. There's one that gives you farming fortune during the day. There's another one that gives you farming fortune during the night. I don't know where it is. There's one that gives you strength, which indirectly gives you farming fortune because of the cow pet. The pest shard, which I have a bajillion of, gives you 20% chance for rare loot from pests, and I did get that one. But bro, this grind literally never ends. I'm gonna be here until I'm 95. What the hell? I don't even know. I think I'm gonna call it here for the freaking video, bro. I didn't even mention it, but they added more of those freaking Carolyn items. Like, yes, we got fine flour out of the way, great. But now, again, warty bug, which gives a chance to spawn warties when you farm netherwart. And then you have to get 3,000 of those and bring them to Carolyn. And then on top of that, because of Backwater Bayou, which is another update that's come out in the time of this freaking grind, there's now half-consumed mushrooms, which I think drop from frog men or frog guys or whatever the hell they're called. It might not even be the frogs. I don't remember. And there's a one from Great Spook, which is coming up actually in like a month and a half, 2 months. And it's like a specific kind of pumpkin. So, like, literally, there's just farming is never going to be done. I've concluded this game is an actual prison. And once you've broken through the lock to get through the door, you just find another door. But if you enjoyed, at least for now, this one, this quote, maxing out farming, not really anymore, video and pest farming in general, leave a like in the video, I guess. I don't freaking know. Bye.